Different men act differently when they think that you're out of their league. And I just experienced this because I just went on a date with a guy who I consider to be very attractive, like a 9 or a 9.5. There's not much more that could have been more attractive about him, in my opinion. And he was saying, I think you're really attractive. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And he was like, I think you're more attractive than me. And I was like, I was low-key gassed. And I also was thinking about how my last kind of, not situationship, but I went on like 3 dates with this guy who I also thought was pretty attractive. And then when he actually like ended up ending things with me, saying that he didn't feel a romantic connection, which that's just not normally what I hear. Okay, I normally hear that like I'm too emotional or this, that, the other. Something about me being too much is very rarely there was not a connection or I wasn't in any way interested. And then I was thinking about that video of the guy who's like in that live like Tinder swipe one-on-one sit down with the like live audience, or I guess batches of men and women to pick from for the swiping behind them. And he switches out the girl and he tells the next girl, yeah, that other girl was out of my league. He says it to her face and he's admitting that he rejected the first girl because he felt unequipped and he felt like she was out of his league. And I'm not saying that like every time somebody rejects me it's because they feel that, but would it hurt for me to believe that? Because it's probably sometimes true, you know what I mean? And also like I'm not getting that butthurt anymore when things come and go, because I'm realizing like I need to work on the way I project like object permanence onto people and like relationship permanence and like projections of what I think people should be or who they are or what we're gonna like. I need to work on that anyway. And I often am projecting like me wanting to be accepted by someone else onto someone else, and it's not even about them, which is bad, but at the same time it's really not about them. So when people come and go, it's like at first it like can sting, but then it's like, okay, well, there's all these other people, and somebody, you know, you could be the best peach in the world and they just might not like peaches or whatever. But then somebody who like you're really their type for whatever reason, or they just really find you attractive, you might think that they're more attractive than you, but they might think that you're more attractive than them. And that's probably like, maybe that's pheromone shit. I don't really know why that happens, and I don't know if that's biology, but I think it just at least shows that I don't need to settle for somebody who can't give me a fucking compliment for their life. Even if they think that in their brain, this is actually a different tangent. Even if they think that in their brain, because here's the thing. No, this is a connected tangent. If a guy thinks that you're out of his league and he can't mention it to your face, I think that's more of a red flag than if he says, oh, I think you're more attractive than me. I think that's actually like a G move. Like, I think that's a power move to be like, oh, I think you're more attractive than me. Like, that's hot to me that you said that, because you're obviously confident enough to give me a compliment without thinking that you're like losing some sort of leverage or like negging power. Does that make sense? And so it's like, it's definitely a green flag to me, not just because I'm a words of affirmation shorty, but it's just like, I definitely have had problems in the past with like, I really hate guys who are allergic to compliments because they're free. Don't be broke and allergic to compliments. You need to have some kind of currency. Do you know what I'm saying? Seriously though.